Hi everyone, welcome to our new segment, Chapter to Cinema on Book Talk. In this segment, we dive into movies and series adapted from books, analyzing their strengths, changes, and what worked, or perhaps didn't. Join us as we explore the fascinating journey from page to screen. I'm your host, Namrata, and in our first episode today, we are diving into a fascinating example of how a story can be adapted and localized for different audience and still resonate powerfully. Our case study today is the delightful Hindi movie Bareilly Ki Barfi, which is based on the French novel The Ingredients of Love by Nicolas Bareilly. Now, for those who haven't seen it, Bareilly Ki Barfi is a Hindi film set in a small town called Bareilly. The movie was a hit, not just for its brilliant star cast featuring Ayushmann Khurana, Kriti Sanon, and Rajkumar Rao, and of course its great songs, but most importantly for its local setting that truly brought the story to life for Indian audiences. But here's the interesting part. Bareilly Ki Barfi is actually based on a novel set in Paris. The Ingredients of Love tells the story of Aurel, a Parisian woman who finds solace in a book that seems to tell her own life story. The book's charm lies in its romantic Parisian atmosphere. So, how do you take a story steeped in the romantic ambience of Paris and successfully transplant it to a small town in India? Well, let's break it down. Firstly, the setting. In Bareilly Ki Barfi, the bustling streets of Paris are swapped for the lively, colorful lanes of Bareilly. The small town setting isn't just a backdrop, it becomes a character in itself. The local flavor, the cultural nuances, and the everyday life of Bareilly add a unique charm that Indian audiences can immediately relate. Next comes the characters. The sophisticated Parisians in the novel are reimagined as relatable, down to earth characters from Bareilly. Ayushmann Khurana's character Chirag and Rajkumar Rao's character Pritam Vidrohi are not just Indian counterparts of the original characters, but are crafted to fit seamlessly into the Indian milieu. Their mannerisms, dialogues, and interactions reflect the essence of a small town in India. On a side note, Pritam Vidrohi became an unforgettable character thanks to the brilliant acting of Rajkumar Rao. Remember the scene where he parks his bike in the middle of the road for a dare given by Chirag? Yes, that is one of the personal touches added to the script, which further elevated the character and added more layers to his persona. One of the movie's strengths is its ability to retain the core emotions and themes of the original story while making it feel fresh and relevant to a new audience. The universal themes of love, identity, and self discovery are explored through an Indian lens. Bitty, played by Kriti Sanon, is an independent and spirited woman, much like Aurelie in the book, but her struggles and aspirations are deeply rooted in the context of Bareilly and largely in the context of Indian society. Another crucial aspect is the local flavor added through music and dialogues. The songs in Bareilly Ki Barfi are catchy and steeped in local culture, adding an extra layer of relatability. The dialogues, filled with local dialect and humor, bring authenticity to the characters and their environment. So, if you notice, none of the characters are working in MNC or MNCs or moving around in swanky cars. And that's what actually the local flavor is. Somebody who is living in Bareilly would and wants to stay on in Bareilly would perhaps find these jobs given the background of those characters, which make it more relatable. So, what does this mean for writers hoping to see their work adapted for the screen? The key takeaway here is the importance of localization. When a story is adapted for a different audience, it needs to resonate on a cultural and emotional level. This often means changing the setting, tweaking the characters, and infusing local elements that make the story feel authentic to its new audience. But there's also a flip side to it. As a writer, it's beneficial to craft stories with universal themes that can transcend cultural boundaries. This dual approach, being locally rooted yet universally appealing, can significantly enhance the adaptability of your work. And that's why Bareilly Ki Barfi was such a success. It beautifully merged a universally appealing story with the unique flavor of small town India, creating a film that was both relatable and refreshing for its audience. The movie not only entertained but also shone a spotlight on the charm and vibrancy of small town India, catering to a wide range of viewers. So, the next time you're crafting a story, think about how it can be both locally and globally appealing. Imagine your characters in different settings and consider how their experiences might change yet stay universally relevant. If you haven't seen the movie yet, it is streaming on Netflix. Do make it your weekend watch and you won't regret it for sure. With that, we come to the end. Thanks for tuning in to today's episode of Chapter to Cinema. I hope you enjoyed our deep dive into Bareilly Ki Barfi and the fascinating process of localizing literature for the screen. If you found this episode insightful, don't forget to subscribe and share and leave your comments. Remember, we are always here to help you navigate the world of book marketing and adaptation. Until next time, keep writing and keep dreaming. Who knows? Your story might be the next big screen adaptation. Yes, do let us know in the comments which book to screen adaptation would you want us to cover next. Have you written a book but don't know how to sell it? We are here to help. Keep following us for more tips and insights on book marketing and adaptations. See you in the next episode.